caught with a chatbot. I walked in on my husband at 2 a.m., shirtless at his computer, whispering things I hadn't heard from him in months, words that used to be just for me. His face was flushed, eyes glued to the screen as he typed out messages that made my stomach drop. I wasn't supposed to be home. Girls' night had ended early, and the house was quiet except for the tapping of his frantic replies. I stood frozen in the doorway, listening to the kind of dirty, intimate talk we hadn't shared since before everything got complicated. He didn't notice me until I let my keys crash to the floor. The look on his face was pure panic, like he'd been caught with someone else in our bed. I barely got out, "Who is she?" before he started stammering about it not being what it looked like. The chat window was open, full of messages that sounded exactly like the kind of thing I used to text him when we were first together. Only the name at the top wasn't a woman's. It was a string of numbers and letters. He confessed he'd built an AI chatbot programmed to talk like me, back when I was still fun, he said. Every message it sent was a twisted echo of my old self, flirting and teasing and never tired or angry. He'd spent months tweaking it, feeding it my old texts, our inside jokes, even the pet names I'd stopped using. He said it was easier than fighting, easier than trying to get a reaction out of the real me. He swore he hadn't cheated, that it was just code and pixels, not a person. I should have screamed, thrown something, demanded he delete it. But all I felt was hollow, realizing he'd rather talk to a digital ghost of who I used to be than the woman standing in front of him. I left him there, still begging for forgiveness, and drove until the sun started to rise. As I watched the city waking up, I wondered if I'd been mourning our relationship for longer than I'd admitted, if I'd become a stranger to both of us, easier to love in memory than in reality.